All right, everyone, here's an update on October. Here's the latest month. And let's see, how has September been? September was really hot the first week of September. Kind of record-breaking heat for like over a week. Hit like 110 one day. But then after that, everything's been kind of more mellow weather, 80s and below 80s. I've been getting a lot of dew the last couple of weeks. In the morning, in the evening, like the whole kind of trees has been like covered in dew. The interesting thing is that we are getting another heat wave. So it's October 1st right now. So forecasted for the next, probably the next 7 days is I'm going to have some weather that's going to hit like 90 degree for a couple of days too. So we'll see. We're going to having another heat wave. I don't know if this can be the last one for the year, but about 90, 92, 93 would be the hottest to get. Not as hot as the one we had in September, but pretty warm. So we'll see how it goes. So this is an update on the 2019 Verne Manila rootstocks. This was planted out in the ground in 2019, and the grafting projects I began grafting in 2022 on the majority of it. So everything's beginning to flush. There's lots of nice color on everything right now, so everything has been flushing or it's in the middle of flush or about to finish this flush. So everything looks pretty good. I mean, let's see, I'm not sure if I'm going to go through all the varieties this time, but I'll just highlight some that has growth on it and stuff. So here's the variety Dolores, looking pretty good. Here's Super Julie. This is the one with kind of like the yellowing leaves. I think it's sunburned, but I'm not too sure. But it is flushing again. Hopefully it'll be a bit more healthy. It's the only branch on here that has yellow leaves. Everything else is kind of more nice and dark colored. So we'll see. Back behind it, that one's a Sunrise. Have not tasted the fruit on it. Have not got fruit set on it. It's supposed to be a vigorous variety, but it's been okay here. It's not a super vigorous variety. Nothing in the category of like a ST Maui or CAC or Maha or anything like that. It's just okay. Little sub okay, I guess. It's decent. So that's Sunrise. Here's Sweet Tart. Sweet Tart's flushing. Looking pretty good. Some new flushes here. Okay, and I made some new grass. It looks like some of this beginning to push. Here's a Jahangir that was grafted, that was pushed. This was a Fallon that was grafted earlier this year. So this is his second flush. So that's looking pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at the next tree. Let's see what I got flushing here. This is the Harvest Moon that's flushing. You could see kind of right there it's a Sophia Lucknow, and to the right is the Sindri. Here's a Prom Chimea, looking pretty good. Got a few very long flush on it, so pretty impressed with that. Ice cream, no flush. So we're getting close to the end of the year. Looks like there's pretty much no vegetative growth at all this year. So that's ice cream. So this is a buttercream. Looks like it's about to flush. Here's a Jin Huang. Looks like it's flushing out really nicely. This is a Taiwanese rootstock, commonly used as rootstock in Taiwan. It's called TU. So I'll be grafting a few different rootstocks I'm getting my hands on. I don't think I'll be testing it out in the soil or planting it out, but it's probably just something to have in terms of the genetics. And I'll be grafting a few more of some I find, and we'll see what happens with it. So that's a Prom Chimea I mentioned. Here's M4. see Juliet, Diamond, and look at that again. That is Sophia Lucknow. This right here is Sindri. And let's see, it's a nice size pineapple pleasure fruit. This looks really awesome. It's holding up, and then this will be the first time I will be able to taste it. So I think it might be ready in another month or so. So we'll see in another month, maybe even 2. But you know, the first time I will get to taste pineapple pleasure. Here's the branch. This is raw honey. That's Flushing. Right here is Maha Chinook. Has been probably the most consistent grower fruiter, and I've just liked the way it's grown, Maha. So I have acquired a few different Mahas and more Mahas to see how it goes. So I mentioned before that there's like probably 3 or 4 different strains of Mahas out there, or what we think is Maha. You know, who knows what it is, right? So but most of them seem to have this kind of same layout, kind of same kind of long internodes, you know, long strong vertical internodes, similar shaped fruit. So we'll see what it is. Mine that I have fruited doesn't have any kind of strong aroma to it. It's like barely even there. Even like grocery store bought mango has a kind of like a stronger aroma. So mine's doesn't. So what I've done is I've acquired from 3 Mahas from three different sources. This one right here is supposed to have a strong aroma. You know, one of those aromas where you walk into a room and then you can smell it. So we'll see how it goes. So that's one of this Maha from one person. This one is also another one from a different source. So we'll see. It's also supposed to have a very strong aroma. And then this one is an interesting one. It is a Maha from a strain that's blooming right now. And it's not any coincidence, it's blooming on several different trees. So mine's don't bloom in this time of the year. So we're in October 1st right now, towards the end of the year, and you know, not many mango varieties will flush bloom right now. But this one seems to. It's supposed to be a Maha. Could be something different, just based on kind of like what it's doing right now. But it's all just guesswork. We'll see. But it looks like a Maha. Has long inner nodes. I've seen the fruits. The fruits look like a Maha. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. The interesting thing is that it blooms. Has a late bloom or like a end of year bloom. So definitely a variety that probably might bloom several times a year. Okay, on to the next tree. Okay, here's a orange sherbet that's flushing out nicely. Here's some Malika that's flushing out nicely. Back there is a sweet tart that's flushing. And this right here is a Jahangir with its second flush on a graph I did earlier this year. So that's pretty awesome. Here's some rootstock growth. You see right there. So that's an update on that one. Let's keep on going. Okay, this right here is a tree I butchered just from so many failed grafts. I mentioned it before, like, you know, when you're grafting, doesn't take. Sometimes you just have to kind of let the tree, you know, stop your grafting attempts and just let the tree recover. This is one I didn't do that, so it's kind of like a pretty ugly tree. And the funny thing, you guys won't believe it, but you know, before this project started, this was like one of the more vigorous trees. So it kind of shows you how kind of failed grass and attempted failed grass kind of really stunts and kind of really mess up the shape of your trees sometimes. So you know, so this one's a little gem. It's definitely a nubbin. We'll see. I'll probably pick it in a week after this heat wave and see if it ripens. It's a little gem right here. I finished picking the collar, so I'm hoping it hasn't grown, but hopefully it gets some kind of vegetation by the end of the year. Here's a Super Julie. There's like 4 nice healthy fruits. We'll see how large this gets. And I'm bagging it for a couple reasons. The bag kind of helps with any kind of sunburn, and at the same time the bag is helping me from kind of losing the branch. I want this to kind of mature, and the branch is getting way too heavy for the branch right here. I don't want it to snap, so I'm kind of securing it on this. Let's see how it goes. And again, I have lots of Super Julie grafts. That's why I am doing this, but if I don't, I would not recommend to you guys to let a branch this young hold fruit if you want to save the branch. But you can always kind of go with a method of like if I had like potted trees and I have a source of scions and then I have a larger mature tree, you can always kind of just take those scions, graft onto the large tree, and then if it fruits and you eat it. You still have your source of scions, and you could graft it again next year. Just depends on how you want to approach that. So Super Julie, looking forward to this being large healthy fruits. Okay, next up, and this is St. Maori. St. Maori has some very kind of beautiful, kind of bright, almost highlight bright red to it. Kind of hard to show right now. It's still in the early stages, but when it gets probably another couple of days, it's going to be this really bright highlighted red color. It's a very pretty flush. So I'm glad that I'm getting this final flush for the year. Let's see how it goes. And so I'm getting some vertical growth on it, so it's very nice. This is Sassy Love. Alright. Okay. This is my California Rumit. Another one back here, and this one's a lemon zest, immature lemon zest seedling from a fertilized embryo. It has a very strong Indian spice aroma. I have grafted this on two different rootstocks. This one's a more mature rootstock, and I grafted on a less mature rootstock. But either way, if it doesn't bloom, that's kind of nice to see. But if it does bloom, I would let it hold fruit just to see how the fruit tastes like. It would be the first time anybody would taste the fruit, just because it is its own unique seedling. So let's see how it goes. Made some new grafts here. See how it goes. This is Verne. Looks like it finished flushing, but it looks like it might send out another flush back to back. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, on to the next tree. Okay, so this tree has quite a few things going on. Everything's kind of flushing on it. Got the California Rumit on this left side. Right here in the front, this is the pre-Saigon. In the back, let's see. So this is the pre-Saigon right here. Alright, and then you see some of these greenish kind of leaves. This is a Jin Huang right here. And they got a Zabda right there. So, and a Hindi Besonara in the back. So lots of things flushing. There is a fruit cocktail in here, but it flushed once. It wasn't that strong of flush, so hopefully it doesn't get kind of swamped out by all the other more vigorous varieties. Alright, try to get nice flushing. Okay, so on to the next tree. This one is mostly Cac and Super Julie. Cac was an incredible grower this year. Kept on flushing after flushes. I don't know, this is probably like maybe the fourth or fifth flush on it. I'm not really too sure, but it would send also multiple branches, and I would kind of pick them off. I kind of like to only stick with the most two. I mean, I've done 3 branches, but they seem weaker when I leave 3 branches, so I leave 2 only. Something like this. So, but yes, and something like this. So nice growth on the cat. cat grows really well. I just hope I eventually get some healthy fruits from it. And I've been getting just nubbins here and there. So here's a Super Julie right here, and then oh, there's a cotton candy. Hasn't grown too well for me, so let's see. Well, I hope it's cotton candy. Sometimes I'm never sure what. I'm sure what I got, but I'm not confident. Sometimes that is the right variety I was given, you know. So this is a Winconsi. It's a Thai variety. Like lots of Thai varieties, there might be a slower grower, so it's probably not really too compatible with the rest of CAC and Super Julie, but we'll see what happens. Okay, here's one with quite a few fruits, and you know, this year I kind of mentioned to you guys that I was not aiming for fruits at all with my trees. If things fruit, that's great, but if they didn't, they didn't. So you know, that was the plan this year. And I got really good size on everything, so I mean, I'm not sure. I think I might for next year let it be the same, just let it grow, and if it fruits, it fruits, and if not, then I will probably get it everything to the height I want it to be, and then the following year I will probably spray and really try to get like fruit set. But we'll see. I'm still not sure yet. See how tall all the trees are by the end of this year. So here's a little gem. Looking nice. This one's kind of sun damage. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but it's a little gem. Here is a peach cobbler. This yellowing is from the last heat wave we have. Peach cobbler. And then it's a Juliet. This one I am really looking forward to. Okay. And here is a gram. 3 grams are here, but one of us look like it's gonna go bad. This yellow one, so we'll see. It might end up dropping itself. But that's it. That's the update for October, or beginning of October. Thanks for everyone for tuning in.